So today we are here playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! I am playing Dark World Despia. No, Darklord Despia.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I am playing on a Digimon mat because I only had the one Yu-Gi-Oh! Mat as Digimon is my main card game.
Nice.
And my opponent today is playing...
I am playing Red Dragon Archfiend.
We're both not meta contenders, but we do like to play casually. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be having a variety of games. We're going to be doing best of threes, and I hope you all enjoy them. We're going to start off our die roll.
All right, roll for initiative.
2.
Oof.
If I roll a 1, I'm going to fucking cry.
That looks like a 1.
It's a 5.
It's a 5, but it looks like a 1.
You can go first. I'll go second.
All right, I'll go first.
Your move-do list.
Oh, God, all right.
Probably put up Neuron. Also, if you hear me sneezing, it's because we just got cats, and I'm allergic to cats.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? I can't really see the totals. Maybe I should get a whiteboard for this. That's fine.
You know, a whiteboard would help you, but I don't know if it's your main concern.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm going to play Resonator Command. Discard 1 Resonator monster. Add 1 level 4 or lower fiend monster from deck to hand. You can only activate 1 Resonator Command per turn. I will send Vision Resonator from my hand to the graveyard.
To add.
To add Soul Resonator from deck to hand.
Oh.
Now, fun fact, because Vision Resonator was sent to the graveyard, I can now search my deck for one spell or trap card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend.
When we were playing last night and earlier, his new synchro monster was fucking annoying. I hate it, but I digress. See how it goes.
Now I will normal summon Soul Resonator. When it's normal or special summon, I can add 1 level 4 lower fiend type monster from deck to hand. I will add Bone Archfiend.
You wanna know something crazy? I bet you I can predict his play. He's going to then special Bone Archfiend by pitching another Resonator card. And then he's going to send a Resonator card to reduce his level so he can synchro for 6. The card that he's going to pitch is going to be Crimson Resonator. Oh, it's Red Splinter.
Yeah, but I am going to pitch the wonderful Crimson Resonator with the effect of Bone Archfiend.
To reduce his level. He's going to synchro for 6, go into Red Rising.
Yeah.
And then he's going to bring back the Crimson, which will then bring 2 more Resonators. And then synchro for 12 or some stupid shit.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So as long as you guys are following along, I'm just doing the first synchro summoning now.
Yeah, it gets out of hand. But I mean, that's what I get when I play a deck that doesn't have much for interruptions. Womp.
Interruptions aren't fun anyway.
This is what we mean by no meta. I think the only deck that I actually have anything that is meta relevant, aka like Ash Blossom or like Called By, is Dogmatica. But that's about it. Because I'm a plebe.
Classic plebe.
And then with red, you're going to increase?
With the special summoning of Red Resonator, I can target 1 monster in field and gain life points equal to its attack. So I choose my Red Rising Dragon, since it has the highest right now, gaining 2,100 life points.
Boo!
Take that, I'm winning.
Yeah. No. I'm good. I don't believe you're a magician, so...
Alright. I will then synchro for 8.
He's climbing.
Yeah. For a Scarred Dragon Archfiend, whose name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while face up on the field or in the graveyard. Then I'll play Crimson Gaia, so now I can activate it and search my deck for a card that specifically lists Red Dragon Archfiend, or add Red Dragon Archfiend from my deck or graveyard to hand. I'm going to add Red Zone from deck to hand.
Red Zone.
Red Zone.
He's going to set a card and then pass turn. That's just my theory.
No, I'm going to synchro for 10. For Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Then I will use Bane's effect, tribute my Vision Resonator, to special out Scarred Dragon Archfiend from the graveyard.
Ooh.
And now I will pass my turn.
I'm just going to read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so draw phase.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything?
Nope. I also don't like playing those interrupting cards.
Which is okay. I wish I had a better card, but I do not. So here I go. I will play Despia, the Theater of the Branded. So this card allows me, during my main phase, to fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from my extra deck using monsters from my hand or my field as fusion material. If a face-up non-fusion fairy monster I control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect or is destroyed by battle, I can then special summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster in my graveyard, and I can only use each effect of the Theater of the Branded once per turn. So, I'm just putting this out there for shock factor, because I will then normal summon my Fallen of Albaz. I will then discard my Darklord Ishil to fuse Albaz with your 2 dragons.
Both of them?
You betcha. By doing this, I fusion summon Alba Lenatus, the Abyss Dragon. He can make up to 3 attacks on monsters you control every battle phase for the materials used for his fusion summoning. Once per turn during the end phase, if he is in the graveyard because he was sent there this turn, I can add 1 polymerization normal spell or fusion normal spell from my deck to my hand. Spooky.
Ooh.
Hibia. I will activate the effect of Theater of the Branded, I believe. Yes, I will. I will fuse my Fallen of Albaz and my Alba Lenatus for Lubellion. Lubellion, the Searing Dragon, now hits the field. If it is fusion summoned, I can discard 1 card, and then I can fusion summon 1 level 8 or lower fusion monster from my extra deck, except for itself, by shuffling fusion monsters mentioned on it into the deck. So I can choose from my, I think it's the field, graveyard, and or face-up banished pile. So I will. What am I gonna? Hoochamadoo. Okay. I will then pitch.
He doesn't normally take this long.
I know. My ad libitum. I'm reading the cards for once. To activate the effects, I'm going to shuffle in my Fallen of Albaz and my Alba Lenatus, and I will summon out Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. Mirror Blade, the Ice Blade Dragon. I can only control one of him once per turn. Quick effect, I can send a fusion monster from the extra deck to the graveyard that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material, and I can banish from one monster on the field. Also, I cannot use that effect next turn, which is fine. This fusion summon card in its own control leaves the field by an opponent's card. I can destroy all monsters my opponent controls during the end phase of that turn. Cool. Mirror Jade's going to attack you for 3,000.
Okay.
Woohoo! Also, we are using this lovely app called Neuron. You probably can't see it, so I'll probably have to figure out how to edit it to display life points.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm once again, a plebeian, and I do not have fancy equipment. But that is the end of my turn.
Alright. Draw for turn. I'll then play Resonator Command. Send my red familiar to the graveyard to add one level 4 lower fiend type monster from deck to hand. I will add my red Resonator.
Wah wah.
Wah wah. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Usually whenever I cut for you, it puts you at an advantage, which sucks for me.
Well, I will normal summon red Resonator.
Mm-hmm.
When this card is normal summoned, I can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from my hand. So I will special summon out my red familiar. I'll then activate the effect of red familiar, tribute one fiend monster, then target one dark dragon synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon in a defense position, but its effect is negated. Tribute. First card, red dragon Archfiend.
Cool.
Wait. Yeah. This card will be fine.
On the resolve of the special summoning, I will activate Mirror Jade's quick effect. I will send to the graveyard Alba Lenatus to banish your scarred dragon Archfiend.
No. Well, crap.
Womp womp.
I'll set one card. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, cool. I will draw for turn.
Mm-hmm.
We will then play the spell card, Branded Opening. I can discard one card. Well, I have to. That's not. I can. I discard one card. Then I take one Despia monster from my deck and either add it to my hand or special summon it in defense position. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for fusion monsters, which is totally okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to summon a Luber and then a response.
Nope.
A Luber will then grab me Branded Fusion, because when he is special or normal summoned, I can add one branded spell or trap card from my deck to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. Oh. For cost, I discard Greater Polymerization from my hand. Okay, so now we go into the big guns. I will then play a Branded Fusion. I will then send my Fallen of Albaz and my the Despian Tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll leave that face up. So I can summon out one more. Lubellion. Despian Tragedy allows me to, once sent to the graveyard, by just in any way, I get to add one Despia monster from my deck to my hand, which I will add Dramaturge.
Oh no, not Dramaturge.
Dramaturge. Right, fusion then goes to the trash, aka graveyard. This goes to my hand. Lubellion is summoned, which means that I can then discard a card, shuffle some materials, and then fusion summon a level 8 or lower once again. But I will not cash in on that effect. What I will do, however, is activate Despia, Theater of the Branded. And I will fuse my Lubellion and my Dramaturge in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Lubellion, Dramaturge, to special summon, well, not special summon, but fusion summon a Masquerade. Dramaturge then comes back, special summons itself from the graveyard because it was used in the hand as a fusion material. Good old resource management.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we will go 25
Onto my 600 attack, so I take 1900 damage.
minus 19. I will then swing for 3,000.
Okay.
And then for 3 more thousand.
And that'll be the first round, folks.
First game goes to the fairy boy. Let's go.
Woo.
Now you can see us do our painful power shuffling and cutting techniques.
Painful?
It's not that bad. Yeah.
Oh.
My hands are too big.
My hands are too small.
I can't handle these delicate cards.
Oh no.
Also, in the comments, after you watch this video, let me know what your favorite deck to play is. Maybe one day, I'll have enough money so that I can bling out a deck and possibly play that one. Who knows?
Ha.
Make sure you like.
Yeah, make sure you like.
Make sure you like and subscribe to stay in the loop for more quality game content. It's not quality. It's just content. I'm also on TikTok and on Twitch. Shameless self-plug.
Very shameless.
If you can see me, I just dabbed.
I could see it, folks, and it was a dab.
Alright.
Alright, this time I will go second.
Yeah.
Since I lost the first round.
So mean to me. Let's see if I can set up a good board. Probably not, but let's see if I can set up a good board. Alright. So this sucks already. We're going to play Banishment of the Darklords. First card. I get to add a Darklord card from my deck to my hand, except for itself. I can only activate one of these per turn. What I'm going to do is add the pretty lady, the hot mama, Darklord Ishil. To my hand. Are you going to cut? Oh, how kind of you.
Yeah.
I will then trigger a shield's effect. I will discard herself and Darklord Superbia to draw 2. 1, 2. Okay, we're doing a little bit better now. We are going to play the spell card Branded Opening, which allows me to grab a Despia monster after I discard a card. And then I can do some funky shit. So what I'm going to do is discard Dramaturge of Despia, and I will net myself a Luber, which then on special or normal summon will land me Branded Fusion. Oh, did you see that?
I saw that. You almost spilled.
Quite scary. It's not that scary.
Alright, time for my super special cut.
You're a piece of shit.
The children, how could you say that to them?
They're fine. I will then play my lovely Branded in Red. So I can fusion summon. I can target one Despia monster or Fallen of Albaz in my graveyard and add it to my hand. Aha! Dramaturge. Then I can fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from my extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from my hand or field, but it cannot attack directly this turn, which is okay. So I will banish Dramaturge, I will banish Tragedy, and I will banish Aluber. So I can summon the first Darklord. Woo-wee! 4,000 beat stick. Woohoo! So, with this guy, my opponent cannot target fairy monsters I control with card effects. I can only use one of the following effects of the first Darklord per turn, and only once that turn, which is fine. If he was fusion summoned using Darklord Morningstar, which he wasn't, I can then destroy all cards my opponent controls, and during the main phase, as a quick effect, I can pay 1,000 life points, and I can special summon one fairy monster from my hand or graveyard in defense position. Now, if you were paying attention as to what I put into my graveyard earlier, you will see how things go. Dramaturge comes back because he was banished from my hand, being used as a fusion material.
Mm-hmm.
Despian Tragedy allows me to add one Despia monster from my deck to my hand because it was banished via a card effect. So we are going to grab Ad Libitum.
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. Don't know anything about that. Stop it.
I'm already in his head, folks.
Libitum comes back to my hand. I will then pay my measly sacrifice of 1,000. So I can special summon Superbia. And when Superbia is special summoned from the graveyard, I can special summon one other Darklord monster from my graveyard. Oh. An attack one. It doesn't have to be in defense position. I did not know that. Superbia was though. Okay. Now, we are going to play a very silly card called Branded Fusion. Are you ready, Hotshot?
I'm ready.
So, we are going to then send our Fallen of Albaz and one dark monster, our Morningstar. To special summon Rebellion. Lubellion will then trigger. I will discard Ad Libitum, and I will shuffle
scratching his beard with the thought process of who he's going to shuffle.
I shuffle the Fallen of Albaz and Lubellion, so I can summon out Albion. And then Albion will trigger, allowing me to banish materials to not special summon, but fusion summon another level 8 or lower fusion monster. And what I will end up doing is banishing Morningstar and add Libitum, so I can get out Masquerade. Now Masquerade's cheeky because what he does is every time that he activates, every time that he activates an effect, he's going to pay 600 life points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a constant.
It does add up.
Constant burn. And I believe, since I can't attack, that is my turn.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. So because I control no monsters, I can special summon Crimson Resonator from hand.
Wow.
Right? That's the first 600. Because I control a Fiend Tuner monster with 1500 or less attack, I can special summon Wandering King Wildwind from hand. I will then synchro summon for 6. Into Red Rising Dragon. When Red Rising Dragon is...
wait. If a fusion monster, synchro monster, XYZ, or link monster is special summon, I can target one effect monster on the field and negate its effects until the end of this turn. He's turned off.
Turned off?
Because of Dramaturge.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'll play Resonator Call from hand.
Okay.
I get to add one Resonator monster from deck to hand. I'll pick Soul Resonator. Oh, well, I fucked up my shuffle.
Wow. That you put your hand in it too.
Well, shit. Good thing I remembered what it was. It was those 3 cards.
Wow.
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
This is why we do not play tournament stuff, because we are fucking awful.
That's right, we are. So, since I haven't normal summoned yet, I will normal summon my Soul Resonator, allowing me to add a level 4 or lower Fiend monster from deck to hand. I will add Bone Archfiend.
You're going to start searching again.
I sure am. I can
added a card.
Yeah. I can then discard one card to special out Bone Archfiend. Activating Bone Archfiend's effect, I am going to target my Soul Resonator. Discard a card from my deck. Pick Synchron Resonator. And I will increase the level of Soul Resonator by 1. Because I get to choose to either increase it by 1 or decrease it by 1. So I'm going to Synchro Summon into a level 8, which will be Scarred Dragon Archfiend. I will then set one card. I will then activate Crimson Gaia. During my main phase, I can add one Red Dragon Archfiend or one card that mentions it from deck or graveyard to the hand, except for Crimson Gaia. And I will add Absolute Power Force.
Wow. Sure.
All right. Now I will activate Absolute Power Force and target my Scarred Dragon Archfiend, whose name is Red Dragon Archfiend, while on the field in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
It gains 1000 attack. My opponent cannot activate cards or effects. If it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. And any battle damage my opponent takes is doubled.
Okay.
So now my Scarred Dragon Archfiend will attack this monster here, Superbia, which then triggers Crimson Gaia. When a Red Dragon Archfiend declares an attack, you can change all monsters your opponent controls to face down defense position.
Okay. Wow.
So I'll attack that one.
Okay, so 2,400.
To my 4,000, so that's 32.
16, so minus 32.
Mm-hmm. And then Red Rising Dragon will attack this monster.
Oh. Oh no.
And that'll be my turn.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'll flip. Can you only flip summon once?
No, you can flip summon as many flippable monsters at a time.
Okay, good. Because I was just like, wait, this totally just fucked me up. But it did not. I'll come back with a vengeance! Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, yeah. Sha-la-la. Ee-la-da, shee-da-da. This is funky because, like, I don't know what to do now.
I got him on the ropes.
It's
pretty close. If you can't see the life point score, I am currently down by 600 points. It is 3,800 to 3,200.
Go me. I will. Play Branded Fusion. And I will fusion summon one monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material from my extra deck, using two monsters from my hand, deck, or field as fusion material. You can also summon monsters from the extra deck except for fusion monsters. Only activate one of these once per turn, which is definitely totally fine. So we are going to Fallen of Albaz, Darklord Shield, others?
No, I'm good.
For Lubellion, trigger, discard a card.
On Lubellion's trigger, I will activate my trap card, Red Zone.
Okay.
When an opponent activates a card or effect while I control Red Dragon Archfiend, or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. I will target.
You can't.
Can't target him?
Yeah.
Because he's a fairy?
Yeah.
But I can target anybody else?
Yeah.
That one.
Okay, so you'll lose the 600.
Mm-hmm.
And you kill him. Okay. So, what I was going to say was that Aluber and Despian Tragedy will get shuffled back in
Mm-hmm.
for Quertus. Masquerade's effect trigger in the graveyard brings them back out because you control a super monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shuffle these up. See what I'm going for?
Sure.
You don't?
No.
Quertus is quick effect. I can then turn all non-level 8 or higher fusion monsters attack points to 0.
Nice.
Which will then, first Darklord will crash into your Scarred, killing him, dealing 4,000.
And that's game there, folks.
Cool. Right on. That was round 1 of many to come.